Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family and Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. Anyone that plays with the chosen one's heart will have hell to pay because you are a sacred divine being that God loves. Let's get into it. Those people that tried to come into your life or that may have came into your life and tried to play games with you when you were being authentic and real, they're going to have hell to pay because God doesn't play when it comes to you. All right. The amount of love that you have for people and that you give out to people is the amount of love that God has for you. That's why you're even able to access that type of love for others in the first place. And when people come into your life and play with that, when narcissistic people come into your life and play with that, they're going to have hell to pay. They think that they could treat people however they want, especially people who are kind and gentle. They took your kindness for a weakness and they tried to play you because you got a good heart. But guess what? God says that they are going to suffer because of that. All right. You're not supposed to do people who love God and people who have a good heart. You're not supposed to do them any kind of harm, or you're not supposed to do them any wrong. All right. They have a direct connection to the Most High. And anybody who does them any wrong is going to have hell to pay. They are going to suffer for what they did, and whatever they put you through, depending on how bad it was, they're going to get that back, possibly even twice as bad, twice as worse. All right, they're going to be worse off than they were when they first started talking to you or dating you. And they better not have put their hands on you, because they're going to suffer extremely harsh consequences for that. All you did was show them the best love that anybody could have ever showed them. All right. You were good to them, made sure they were taken care of. You didn't try to force anything on them. You didn't try to make them do anything that they did not want to do. You let them be who they were, and you were who you were to them, which was a good, kind-hearted, loving individual. And that person took you for granted. They took your love for granted. They took everything that you had to give for granted. And you don't just treat anybody like that. You saw them as someone that was equal to yourself. You saw this individual as somebody who was equally divine. And because they took advantage of your good nature, they took advantage of that divinity in you. They took advantage of the love that you had for them, which came strictly and straight from God. Because when you have a good heart like that, it's not many people walking around like that with good hearts. It's not too many people walking around like that put other people first before them. That is a divine quality that you have straight from God, to care about people like you do, to love people and put people first like you do. And I know you're not supposed to put other people before yourself, and you shouldn't put other people before yourself. You should always put yourself first. But not that you put them before you, but you put them on a plane that was equal to you. So it's kind of like putting people first, but still, you wouldn't let it go too far, and you didn't let it go too far. And if you did, this is your confirmation to never let that happen again. You don't never want to put anybody before yourself, because bad things can happen and they don't know how to handle you. They don't know how to take all the love that you have to give. You're like that Aaliyah song, One in a Million. And they'll never find another one like you. They made a huge mistake. They will never find another person that will care about them like you did, that will take care of them like you did. All right, that will have intriguing, intelligent, interesting conversations with them like you did. Most people are dull and they talk about mundane things. That person didn't even know what they had. That person didn't know just what they stumbled upon. They found a rare gem when it came to you. They found a diamond in the rough when it came to you. They found a rose growing in the concrete when it came to you. They did not know just what they found. All right, someone unique, someone special, someone divine. You were one of the greatest, best things that could have ever happened to them, and they didn't even see it. And they better not have done you any kind of harm. If they didn't like you, the best thing they could have did was just walk out of your life and never contact you ever again. If they said anything wrong to you, if they cursed you out, if they disrespected you verbally or physically, they are going to have hell to pay. I guarantee you this person is suffering right now, hoping, wishing, praying, begging God to have access to you again, just one more time, so they could make things right. But don't you do it. When they contact you again, you don't break that no contact. When they contact you again, you don't break your silence. You leave that karmic right where they're at, because everything that they got, they deserve. Everything that they're currently going through, ooh, they deserve it. Don't you open up your warm, loving arms back up to them again just so they could mistreat you one more time? Don't you do it. You leave that person, whoever did you wrong, whoever did you harm, whoever tried to cause damage to your heart, you leave them right where they're at, because that's where they deserve to be. And they're suffering right now at the hands of what they did. They're suffering at the hands of the issue, the problem, the stress, the torment that they caused for you. What you reap is what you sow. You don't get into a relationship with one of God's divine and treat them like they're less than. They should have been treating you better than a person could have treated anyone they've ever met. But they made a huge mistake when it came to you, because now that person is sad and blue. That person is never going to meet another one like you ever again. You were a godsend to them. God sent you to them. Even if the relationship didn't work out right, they were supposed to learn from you. They were supposed to do good to you. They were supposed to do right by you. So that way they could have received good karma. That way they could have received good positive energy. They could have learned from you. They could have elevated because of you. Even if the relationship didn't work out, they were supposed to take the information that you freely gave to them, that you lovingly gave to them. You tried to teach them things. You tried to put them on to things. You tried to elevate their mind. You tried to help them raise their consciousness. They were going to turn their life around just by meeting you. They were going to turn into the person that they were supposed to be just by meeting you. And now they're going to stay stuck on that same level where you met them at, possibly even doing worse. Possibly even doing worse off than they were when they met you. And guess what? They're going to get into a relationship, or they're going to get into a situationship or a friendship where somebody is going to do the same thing to them or worse. They better not have put their hands on you. They better not have verbally abused you, cursed you out, said you were less than, tried to belittle you, tried to make you feel bad about yourself, because if they did, they got theirs coming on a silver platter. And this is a meal that they are not going to want to eat. This is something that they are not going to want to receive. But oh, do they have theirs coming to them, because they should have been a friend. They should have been a good person. They should have treated you right. You were the best thing yet, like Anita Baker. Best thing, you're the best thing yet. You know I can't sing like Anita Baker, but you were the best thing yet that ever happened to them. And they took you for granted. And because of that, they will never receive another person like you in their life. Just like Michael Jackson said, baby, this is it. And for them, you were it. You were everything a person could ever want. In a person, in a friend, in a relationship. You were everything that a person could have ever wanted. They misused you. They possibly even abused you. Whatever they did, it was wrong and it wasn't right. And because of that, they are going to suffer extreme punishment. Now they're going to be the one with the broken heart. They're going to be the one that gets into an abusive relationship. Who knows just what that person may do to them? I hope it's nothing too bad, because whatever they did to you, they are going to get it back times two. They should have treated you right when they had the chance. They should have been a good person to you when they had the chance. All they had to do, all they were supposed to do, was learn from you, see how you're supposed to treat a person, and treat people like that from that point on forward. They may not have known how to treat people. They may not have known how to be a good person, but God placed you in their life for them to learn. And they didn't even take advantage of that. Instead, they took advantage of all your good qualities, not seeing that they were supposed to take them on for themselves. They were supposed to turn into a better person. They were supposed to become a bigger person. But now, because of the attitude that they gave you, the trouble that they gave you, the misfortune that they gave you, they are going to suffer at their hands of their own fate. They made a huge mistake mistreating you. And now they're going to pay for that. They could have been a good person. They could have been a person that was the right person. They could have been better instead of bitter, but they chose to stay on that negative path. They chose to continue to be a terrible person. But the thing is, they weren't good enough for you in the first place. You were better than them. And once they saw that, instead of learning from you, instead of becoming better, they let their hate and their jealousy and competition for you get in the way. Instead of learning, they hopped into competition mode. Instead of wanting to become a better person, they chose to become a bitter person. All because they saw that you had some gifts and some talents, and there was something special about you. They tried to stop you from working on yourself. They tried to take up all your time and energy for nothing positive, nothing other than to waste your time with meaningless phone conversations. You tried to explain to them that you were busy and you needed time for things to do, and they overstepped your boundaries, disrespecting your boundaries. And on top of that, they were talking about you behind your back to their friends and family, mistreating you in every and any kind of way that they could. And the thing is, instead of learning positive, good things from you, they took the wrong route. They took advice from their family, who was already toxic, who was already negative, and who was already manipulative. They took advice from them on how to treat you bad, on how to manipulate you. They even tried to get you to be addicted to them. They love bombed you, and then they even had the nerve to discard you, even belittle you. They were disloyal to you when you were loyal to them. And because of that disloyalty, instead of them having loyalty, now people that they meet are going to be disloyal to them. People that they meet are going to put them down. People that they meet are going to make them feel bad. People that they meet are going to treat them like trash. They were supposed to treat you good. They were supposed to treat you right. And now, because of the way they handled you, they are going to suffer the same thing. They're going to get into a relationship, and it's going to be someone that charms them, that woos them, that lifts them off their feet. This person is going to make time stand still in their life, only to bring it to a screeching halt, only to bring them to a crashing halt, only to make them crash out. And the love, the heartache that they suffer now, it may even take a few years for them to recover, because of how they treated you and how they did you and how wrong they were to you. Love is going to treat them the same exact way. They had the chance to be a good person. They had the chance to treat you right. How much you cared about them, how much you thought about them. You were a special person in their life, more special to them than they were to you. So now, because they mistreated you, they did you dirty, and they betrayed you, they have to go through the same exact thing. Wishing the best. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash that like button, smash that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace, love, and light. Love yourself, appreciate yourself, put yourself first, and always treat you right. I'll see you later.